The 2022 Winter Olympics are coming up in Beijing. And I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, these Olympic Games should not be being held in Beijing at this time. Look at everything that the CCP has done in its history, not only, the 50 years of history, forget about that for a second. Just look at the last 18 months of what Xi Jinping, this guy who was about to declare himself chairman for life, has done in terms of Wuhan, the lab, gain of function experiments, working with Dr. Fauci behind the scenes, going through and gobbling up all the PPE while sending flights outside of China, knowing that there was a pandemic virus circulating within the country. He allowed the flights to continue. Do not let that go, because we're certainly not here. These Olympics in Beijing, which will take place in 2 weeks, are a coronation. They are a world coronation of Xi Jinping, not only as chairman for life, but potentially as the next hegemon. Because if you saw this President Biden press conference yesterday, this guy's not the one in charge. President Biden has always been a number two. Previously, that was to President Obama. Now it's to Chairman Xi Jinping. So NBC has come out and said, well, we're not going to be sending sports announcers to the 2022 World Olympics due to COVID-19 outbreaks. So explain this to me. NBC won't be sending reporters, right? You get it, right? They won't send the reporters because of the threat of Omicron. Yet all the sports teams are going to be sending people. Diplomats are going to be going. Delegations are going to be going. Do you understand? Understand the directional flow of power that you're seeing here. It is from the rest of the world to Beijing, and specifically to Chairman Xi Jinping, because 2008, the last time China held the Olympics, Xi Jinping was not yet in power. He was waiting in the wings. He was coming up. He was already the Shanghai party boss, but he was working his way in. Then 2012. This is 2022, the 10 years that he was supposed to step down. But now he is going to be coronated as chairman for life. And so go look, by the way, at what's going on inside China right now. Drones flying around announcing the lockdowns. And what that drone is saying, for people who aren't watching, that's a drone, a quadcopter flying around with a megaphone on it that's repeating a message, announcement, your area, your neighborhood is now under lockdown by the local party health authorities. So understand, this is what's going on within China. You got NBC, who paid all this money years ago to get the coverage for the Olympic Games. Now, I understand that's all done years in advance. They're not even sending reporters to the Beijing Olympics. Why is anyone going to Beijing here? Go back in time a little bit, 1980. This is what's so crazy. The way the world turns. We've always been at war with East Asia, right? In 1980, the United States boycotted the Olympics in Moscow. You know who else boycotted those Olympics from the Soviet Union? China. China boycotted along with us. They held, it was called like the Freedom Games, and they were held in Philadelphia at the University of Pennsylvania at Franklin Field. Those games, US and China held together, and that was 1980. So here we are, right, 40 years later, and it's a complete reversal, yet we are not responding. Why? Because understand, we are a tributary state to the new hegemon.